Good. Okay. One last thing I'm going to tell you. I still had a lot of questions about the sub stuff. In general, even if I'm not here and the sub says something weird about homework, just go with what I told you. If you err on the side of, but Ms.Stolte, you told us this, I'll be like, all right, you know what, that's fair. I would always rather you err on like the side of what I said versus what some sub said, right? Subs come and go, but Stolte is forever. Aww. Just kidding. I just made that up. Oh my god. It's my new shirt. Okay. I know. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you. So.
Wait, I have an answer.
Hold on. I told you guys that I saw this problem when I was in high school, right? Did I tell you? I like remember it because my dad and I got this big like. We went back and forth on this problem forever. When I was like, Dad, like this is how much it is. He's like, no. Because he thinks, my dad says, if a fish weighs 20 pounds plus half its own weight, he says a fish then weighs a fish and a half. And that's, yeah, see? Oh man, you should be a dad. Dad jokes. Yeah, he says, and I was like, no, Dad, the answer is like, whatever it is. He's like, no, it's a fish and a half. Like, it's a fish and a half, and he really thinks. Like, I texted him this today. I saw this today when I came in, and so I took a picture of it, and I texted it to my dad. I was like, Dad, like, remember this one? He's like, yeah, a fish and a half is a fish and a half. It weighs a fish and a half. What's the problem? So,
that's a
anyway.
unit of measurement.
Anyway, if you said a fish and a half, it's not a trick question. My dad's just crazy. Okay. Let's talk about real quick. No, I need my pen. Where'd it go, Charlie? Charlie, don't write stupid stuff on here.
Why did you got my page?
Yeah, Charlie. Okay. Here's why I just want to point out, because some of us, Raul, some of us are still not sure why it's not 30. So let's talk about it. Let's just talk about if it does weigh 30 pounds. Because some people got 30 because they said, oh, 20 plus half of 20, 20 plus 10 is 30. Why is this hard? Okay. If it weighs 30 pounds, again, that means the fish weighs 20 pounds plus half its weight. What's half of 30? 15. So that would mean if it weighs 30 pounds, it weighs 20 pounds plus 15. But what's 20 plus 15?
35.
35. This is a contradiction. 35 is not 30 pounds. So it doesn't weigh 30 pounds. Because it has to weigh 20 pounds plus half its own weight. Okay, anyone feeling good about their answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
first I have a question.
Arden? What?
First I have a question. Can I make a bet on him that mine will be right?
With Mr. Harishu or Raul?
With Raul.
No, he sounds like you.
You're the only money.
Hey. How about this? I'm going to bet you next semester, and you have an opportunity to win $10 off me, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold on to that one. Okay, what do you think the answer is, Arden?
The answer is 40. And I can say this because 20 plus half of 40, which is also 20, is equal to 40.
So it's 40, right?
Hold on, people. Because I need to talk to some of you a little bit right now. You just went like this. What? You didn't even try and pay attention. Shh. Instead of saying what, like a little punk, why don't we try to ask a productive question? Okay, because some of you, I know, I see if it looks. Do you want to try and say that again? Or how about this? Can someone who followed what Arden said add to it? Mariah?
Okay, so basically, the fish weighs 20 pounds.
Okay.
And you would say they weigh 40 pounds.
Hold on, time out. He said it weighs 40 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, he weighs, it starts with the fish weighs 20 pounds. So if the fish weighs 40 pounds, then you need half of its full weight. So you add half of 40 to 20, which is 20. So 20 plus 20 equals 40, which means the fish equals 40 pounds. So that's 40. right there.
No contradiction.
And it doesn't contradict.
That's not what you got.
Okay.
You just said
That's what you got? Cool. Yes.
He's both correct and incorrect. It is not 40, it is 40 pounds. You need to add the unit of measurement for it to be correct.
Levi. Man, brilliant.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, 40 pounds.
40 pounds, so does that mean I'm right? So like, look at that.
Can't hear back here.
Levi said he's both right and not right. He said 40, not 40 pounds.
I'm gonna go sleep on a minute.
So I'll
assume.
I know, but you know what they say about assuming. No? All
Am I
right.
just in a class of smartasses?
Yes. Hey,
Shh.
shh.
So,
Raul, you be
at
quiet.
least one.
Hey, shh, 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 shh. We're already getting to like slap territory. Whew, it's getting close. Man, it's okay. My hand's tingling. Okay, done. Next thing. I will say this, and I told you guys on Thursday that you did a really good job talking about your homework. I want to kind of harness that juju, and again, remind you, the 10 minutes talking about our homework, again, is quite possibly, in fact, if you look at the research for mathematics teachers, it is, they say, the most important part, but it is important. Okay? The part where you try and explain your work is majorly important. Okay? Also, the other part where you critique other people's work, I mean, that's the stuff dreams are made of, people. That's what I dream about on the weekends. Okay? So, making sure that you're sharing your work, and not just your answer, right? Sharing your process. And if you can't come to an agreement, if you both say something and you're like, well, that sounds good, I don't know. You don't stop there, right? If me and Twitney have different answers, I take her work and she takes mine, and I try and find what's wrong with hers and she tries to find what's wrong with mine. If you think you're both right, you're probably not. Okay, find out who's incorrect. Take 10 minutes making sure we discuss every problem and that all voices at your table are heard, please. Major, I know you didn't just throw something. I'm serious. Mr. Hirsch and I were just have decided that, don't blow it though, but you guys are doing good. You guys are doing good. Let's talk about homework real quick. Maybe. There we go. Answers to homework. Again, just hold on a second. Okay, 35 through 38. Checking our work for 35 through 38. We'll argue about answers in a minute. That was I have a disagreement.
I'm not arguing.
Oh, okay.
Can I make a statement?
Oh, well, this is curious, yeah.
Well, I didn't understand how to convert 8'10" feet. I thought it meant maybe like convert it to inches.
I'll probably be talking about that.
Because I'm here hoping that it's,
So did you put 106 inches?
yeah,
Yeah, that's not feet.
it's not feet.
Yeah.
Convert the
And
inches
it's
into a
gonna mess me up
decimal.
for the next problem.
Yeah. Probably messed you up. Okay, so we'll talk about that in a second. And then 40 through 41. 40 and 41. Obviously, 40 is walls and floor. Okay, which one do we need to see? Maria?
Can I get 40 just the walls though?
Maybe. Anyone else want to see the walls on 40 or no? Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, that's cool, but Major, maybe a better way to say that would be like, hey, I'll help you with 40 later. I really understand that one. Yeah? Major can help you later. He really understands that one. And sometimes we understand different things.
Are you sure your answer is right?
Yes.
For 41.
Show on the projector, they show the first. That's what I got.
Ours in the teacher's voice, right?
I'm not always right at all, but I'm sure. I mean, I think they're right. I don't know. I could write feet here, I guess. Okay. No, I'll check. If you want me to look at yours specifically, I can. Hey, I was pointing this out to Arden, and I would say the same to you guys. If you ever are like really curious and you really disagree, and when I go over the problem you still don't agree, that's like red flag, like, hey, I should stay after and talk to Ms.Stolte about this so we can get on the same page. Okay? Plus, like, if you prove me wrong, that's always like welcome. Okay? All right. So I heard 40 walls. Is there anything else you would like to see?
40 walls.
Yeah. 36 or no? What?
36.
Yeah. I'm going to do 36. I'll do 40 like uber fast, and then I'm going to talk about 36. I think that 36, I want to pay attention to the units on it, plus area of a circle. So 40. 40 real quick like. It says if I had some...
Oh, wait, never mind, I got it.
Well, okay. Never mind, she got it. Anyone else? Does it work good? Mariah was the only one who asked, and no one really agreed. Okay, 36. First off, you have two rooms, right? Bedroom number 1. That's a number 1 sign. Okay, number 1 and number 2. Okay, so bedroom number 1 says it is 8 feet 10 inches and 11 feet 4 inches, 11 feet 0 inches, and 14 feet 4 inches. So if we want to find the area, and we're looking here at this first bedroom, we all know that area is length times width. The problem here is that this is in feet and inches, right? It's mixed units, which is never good. You could do something like Taylor and Andrew sounds like they did. You could convert it all into inches, but then you would need to convert it in square inches into square feet into square yards, which bleh. Easier way to do it would be to turn this into feet. The question here is that I need to know how much of a foot 10 inches is, or what part of a foot. So if you think about it, we should all be able to agree that 10 inches, is it more or less than a foot?
Less.
Less. Because why?
12 inches.
Foot is 12 inches. Thank you, Mickey. So 10 inches is less than a foot. And to figure out that, we need to do 10 divided by those 12 inches in a foot. And if I do 10 divided by 12, I get 0.833. Okay? That means this is 8 feet and 0.83 of a foot. So here, I'm just going to write on the other side, I'm going to write the measurement in only feet. It would be 8.83 feet. And I can do the same thing with 11 feet 4 inches. Right? 4 inches divided by 12 is 0.3 repeating, or a third of a foot, because there are 3 sets of 4. So here the decimal would be 11.33 feet. So that now when I want to find the area, I'm doing feet times feet, not feet and inches. This is a big one that actually, right, obviously if we miss this, then the whole thing is messed up. So that when I multiply, I get my area here is 100.04 square feet. And of course, I can do the same thing on the bottom. So this would be 11, this would be 14.33, and my area would be 157.63 square feet. So of course, then also it's not too hard to say that I want total area. This plus this makes my total area I don't know. Yeah. Okay, that would be my total area. Notice my units are square feet. And here's where we messed up. It's talking about carpet being sold by the square yard. By the square yard. So we need to think about a square yard of carpet real quick. Okay, a square yard, if it's 1 by 1, 1 yard by 1 yard, right? A yard. How many feet are in a yard? 3. So if this is 3 feet and 3 feet, how many square feet are there? 9. So here we have that 1 square yard equals 9 square feet. So if we're in square feet and I want to figure out square yards, what do I need to do? Does anyone agree with Mariah? Maximus, what do you think? Yeah? Divide by 9. Divide by 9 so that we get, when we do that, hold up. When I divide that by 9, I get 28.63. But again, we're talking about buying square yards. You don't buy 0.63 of a yard. Yeah, we round it up always. Even if it was like 28.2, we would have to round up when we're talking about buying supplies. Okay, so the answer here then, 29 square yards. Yes, Arden.
So where did you get the extra 3 feet on the bottom one? Because I did the same calculations, I believe, as you did.
I'll look at yours. Let me.
I got 154.0.
I'll look at what you did wrong. See how I did that? I'm just kidding. I'll look at yours though. I'll compare with you. Because I'll just look at it. Hey. Oh. Arden. Do you want me to look right now? Where's yours?
It's like right here,
Oh,
got
this
14.04.
This is when you did, might have done, when you did 4 divided by 12, you got the wrong decimal right there. So, okay, so, hey, Andrew, are you paying attention or what are you doing? I don't know. Just picking on you because I was just looking at your back. Nice shirt, though. I made it. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Sean, are you dead?
I like your shirt. I made it.
You say yeah? Oh, I said, are you dead? Please grab out your surface area papers from Thursday. Surface area from Thursday. Who took the quiz? No one? All right, one of you has a 0, but we'll figure it out later. Maybe you're absent. Okay, first off, let's talk about a few things. I know I'm not showing anything yet. Looking at this rubric, okay, a 2 is passing. That means, so a 1, I don't actually even give a D. This is just like if there was a grade equivalent, it would be about a D. But I don't give Ds, so that's really an F as well. Okay, a 2 is passing. You have to work pretty hard to get a 0. There's not really a 0 scale. Okay, it's not really a 0 scale. This is really, 0 is like you really left it blank. Okay, so a 2 is passing, and let's talk for a minute about what that means. Okay, I said grab shapes, you dummies. If you did not pass, okay, there are multiple opportunities in this class to retake these. Well, kind of. Go away, go away, go away. We will not ever retake quizzes. Okay, you never can retake a quiz. We will only retake tests. So a quiz is while you are still learning. It's in the process. If you didn't do well on this quiz, in like 4 more classes, we're going to take another quiz. And if you improve on your grade, then this quiz doesn't even count anymore. Okay? So like, let's say you got a 1 on this quiz. If on the next quiz you get a 3, I'll actually go into the grade book and change your old grade to a 3. All right? I will never penalize you for like not having known something in the process. Okay? In order to pass this class, you must pass all 4 of those learning targets for the semester. Okay, those G1, 8, 3, 1, 4. Those are for the whole semester and through the end of January. You must pass all 4. So right now it means if you got a 1 on your quiz, it means you're not quite up to speed yet with solids and conics, G8. And it means when we take our next quiz, you'll have an opportunity to show me that you've learned something. If we get to the test and we're moving on to the next thing and you still aren't really sure about solids and conics, then you still have an opportunity to come in, work with me and Mr. Horishu to make up what you missed and retake the test. Okay, but we don't retake quizzes, we just retake tests. Okay, any questions on that? Yeah, Mariah.
If we got a 3 this time and we get a 4 next time, would you change it back to
Yeah,
4?
yeah, so if you got a 3 and then you get a 4, yeah. So the big 2 things are you either need to be improving, so right, like getting a 1 and then a 2 and then maybe a 3, or you need to be consistent. If you got a 3 or a 4 and you want to stay at it, like if you got a 4 and you want to stay having an A in this class, that means you need to pretty consistently be getting 4s, right? If you are someone, let's say you did this, right? If we had, whoa, did I freeze? Yes, I did. Right, if this was you and you got a 4 on this first quiz and then you got a 1 on the next 2, do you really understand what's going on?
Nope.
No, right? This would probably be an F. That being said, if you wanted to get an A, you would need to get, pretty consistent 4s, maybe a 3 here and then 4s, whatever. And again, if you got a 1, but then you turn around and get a 3 on the next quiz and a 3 on the test, your final grade would be a 3 or a B. Okay? And in fact, once you got that test was a 3, I would go back and I would even change that in the grade book so you wouldn't even see the 1 anymore. Like it disappears. Okay? The goal in here is growth. The goal in here is growth. So long as you're improving, your grade will reflect that. Or being consistent, right? Okay. Any other questions about that in general before we talk specifics? All right, specifics. When I grade your quizzes, a circle is bad. If I circled like the problem, and I might have circled, do you think I circled the word level? I was just circling that like problem. Okay, circles mean you got it wrong. Dots mean you got it right. I'm going to be taking your quizzes back, so please don't wrinkle them up. Okay? You do not get to keep your quizzes ever. I take them all back and keep them in your file. So let's talk about specifics. To get a C, notice I did this wrong when I first did it. Okay? The answer is 128 square feet. Okay? If you didn't put square feet, you got it wrong. The question was to fit a tarp over this. If you included this bottom, you wouldn't like squeeze a tarp under that pile of wood. Okay? You would only cover this side and the back, these short sides, and then the top side. Okay? So the surface area there should be 128 square feet. If it's a general question, please ask. If it's about like my specific work, ask me after.
Are you going to dock us points if we wrote feet?
Yeah, if you wrote feet instead of square feet, you got it wrong.
No, feet and then like I wrote, it's a, you did square feet.
Did I make it, well, did I circle it? I'll look at yours in a second. Yeah, I wanted to say square feet. Okay, next. Here's one that some people really got angry about. For B, it was 8 squares. Some people wrote shingles. And if you wrote 8 shingles, you got it wrong. Because we're talking about being accurate. If you were talking to like a contractor or something and they said, you told them like, yeah, we need to order 8 shingles. And they ordered like 8 shingles. Okay, that's not even like, that's not right. And it might seem like some of us might feel like, well, it's math, but like I did all the math right. I got 8. Why is it not right? But that's this attention to detail piece, okay? So, all of you in here, my expectation, I'm just telling you, all of you in here should get a 1 at some point. All of you in here should fail at some point. Because we're talking about growth. If you got a 1, it's like more than 1,000% okay. Even if you're like, well, I've never got a 1 before ever in my life. Okay, A, you've never taken a quiz from me ever in your life. And B, I'm going to guess that most of us in here haven't ever built a house in our life either. Okay? There's a lot of growth that's going to happen this year. So if that makes you a little bit uncomfortable, know that I'm a little bit uncomfortable too, and we'll just push on through together. Okay? Had to be squares, couldn't be shingles. There's a difference, and that precision is what we're talking about. Any questions on C or B levels? Okay, then A, a nice one. Ooh, A was a good problem. You should have got your answer. It's 14.29. 14.29.
Alright.
Wait, that's inches?
Yes, that's the length of this side.
Wait, that's inches? You can't do this.
Oh, maybe it's feet. I don't know. Sorry. Sorry.
You got it wrong. You got a B on your own quiz.
Yep. Actually, I probably failed my own quiz. Probably failed it. I got the first one wrong too the first time I did it. So, and again, like I'm pointing that out to you, right? You just saw me miss my units because I'm doing it in front of you quickly. You just saw. I showed you. I did my first one wrong. Like I wrote the freaking question and I did it wrong. Okay? Because again, what I'm used to as a math teacher, I'm used to kind of just plugging stuff into my formula and doing it. To be completely honest. It trips me up a little bit to pause for a second and think like, oh yeah, wait. Like I forgot. I'm talking about real life. And that connection between the math we're doing and the real life piece is where this class gets its oomph from. Okay? So yes, I made a mistake. Like if you made a mistake, you're right there with me. But as long as we learn and grow, we'll be all good. Okay? Okay. Any general questions? Okay, please, real quick, make sure that you have today's homework written down and listen before you write to what I need you guys to do. I need you to, 1, your quizzes do not get to go home with you. Keep them, put them in a nice face down. You don't need to show people your grade. Neat stack so Mr. Harishu can collect it. 2, your surface area classwork. Your surface area classwork should be folded up and glued or taped into your notebook. And then 3, I need you to bring all the rulers and all the calculators back up here, please. Clean this classroom up so we can get going. So, a few things. First off, I hope that you guys had a good weekend. I did. But I usually have a good weekend. So, I do love to see you, but I like the rest of my life better. No offense.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine.
You guys are, a few things. I just want to talk about general, like when a sub's here. I don't know if the sub did or whatever they told you was homework. You and I, we write down the homework at the beginning of the week. And also, I told you guys about what was happening with the sub before we even left, right? So some of us missed that there was going to be a sub, but we took like 20 minutes to talk about it. So the sub, like you didn't have homework from the sub. So if you're on, and here's the schedule if you're not writing down. If the sub on Friday told you to do problems 42 through 52, those were supposed to be done in class. However, maybe you got them done. You'll notice I just turned those last few into homework for tonight. So if you did do them as homework over the weekend and stressed about it, now you don't have homework tonight, so you're kind of all good. Whatever. Okay? So,
Wait a minute.
no, don't talk. Just raise your hand before the voice happens. And then I'll get to you when I have a second, okay? So make sure you're writing down the schedule for the week. You'll notice that Tuesday and Thursday then are build days. If you haven't figured out what to write for build days yet, ask someone who's been paying attention for the past month. Okay. Yes?
I know like what to write for build days, but can we write belt? Like should we write belt?
You can write belt, yes. If you'd like to add to that and write that we're finishing our belts tomorrow, be my guest. Good morning. Good afternoon, rather. Yes, Arden. Thank you, sir.
So, about the homework.
Uh-huh.
So, 47 to 50, I do not believe I've learned the stuff in order to treat those problems.
Then come in tomorrow morning, and I'm happy to show you that you have. So sometimes, sometimes the homework is going to stretch us a little bit, and that's kind of expected. We can talk about, thank you, sir. We'll talk a little bit about it at the end of class today. Okay, so I'll fill you and make sure you're all right. If you have any questions, though, of course, feel free to come in the morning. Don't fiddle. We'll do that.
They're right there.
Crazy. So there's our schedule for the week. Also, I want to point out a quick note. If you, I might forget to tell you the homework on Wednesday. The expectation is that you're doing it anyway. Okay? That's why we take the time to write it down at the beginning of the week, and why I take the time to post it on our website at the beginning of the week. Because if Wednesday, we're doing stuff, and then I forget to tell you specifically on Wednesday, hey, today's homework is 60 to 66, the expectation is that you already know that. You have math homework every night. There's a math day. Okay? You always have homework. So check online if you think I didn't tell you. That's never a good excuse. Like, well, you didn't tell us. Yeah, I did. Website counts. You should check it if you're not sure. Okay. What?
Okay, just to clarify, period 8 is math, and then period 4 is build?
No.
Okay.
We meet every day, and what we do on I don't actually know what A or B day is. Because all three of our classes, we have 2 of these geometry and then an algebra that works the same way. We meet every day, and so we change the build days and the whatever as needed. So remember we did a double math day last week or between the 2 weeks? We just are interchangeable.
We might get into build day and it's just too cold to go outside. And nobody wants to go outside when it's 28 degrees out and, right? So yeah, and the wind's blowing at 60. So you may walk in the door and we're gonna go, hey, we're doing math today. So
Yeah.
Always have your homework done.
always have your homework done, always have your stuff with you.
Yeah. So you guys, like, you know, your workbooks and your notebooks, hopefully you should bring them to class every day. Whether we're right, we do build stuff, construction stuff, and math stuff in them. So just always have them. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, Stevie. You were late, dude. Ask someone at your table when I'm done talking. Okay. We got that. Let's get out our notebooks, please. Without talking, don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. Just get out your notebook. Okay. Here, we have a classic problem. I remember a teacher giving me this problem when I was in high school. This is again from Martin Gardner. He wrote this question. So, a fish weighs 20 pounds plus half its own weight. The question being, how much does the fish weigh? The answer is not 30. Sometimes we want to think it is. Okay? 20 pounds plus half its own weight. Okay, so you're going to work on that a little bit. Please open. You're going to go ahead and open those workbooks up to your problems right now. So I should be able to see 35 through 38, 40 and 41 all in one nice little thing. Make sure your workbooks are open so I can check it. Like, they should be sitting open on your table so I can check it off real quick, like, while you work on this. Okay, have your notebooks out, workbooks out. Working on this problem. When you think you have the answer, you can go ahead and walk it through by Mr. Hrishu or someone at your table. The end.